Hello students, welcome back. Let's learn dividing polynomials with synthetic division. So synthetic division is used when the divisor is linear and not beyond. It's only used for linear divisors. If you have a divisor which is a quadratic, it will not work. Okay, so this is basically used for in future when you learn certain remainder theorem or factor theorem, or trying to articulate how many roots are there, what kinds of roots would you find for a certain polynomial. Synthetic division comes in handy. Other than that, you cannot use it for quadratic or anything higher divisors. So having said that, let's see. We'll just start with a few things. You have to check if each one is in the standard form. And the second thing you have to check is for missing terms. And if there are missing terms, you have to supply them with zeros. Okay, with zeros. Okay, now first step is you have to look at the divisor itself. Just equate that to 0 and solve for x. You'll get a -4, right? So you put that -4 here. Some teachers actually, they kind of write it this way. I didn't grow up learning that way. Either way is fine. It's the concept that you need to learn. You would put the divisor here and kind of draw a line like this, a curve. And then look at the coefficients here, the coefficients of each term in the polynomial, in the dividend, okay? So here the coefficients are 1, -1, -27, -28. Everything is in standard form and there are no missing terms. So the next step you would want to do is put a 0 underneath the second row, just right under the first term here. Why? You will see in a bit. Okay, first let's learn the process. Okay, so first when you're starting, you're adding this way. You're adding top to bottom, 1 plus 0, 1. And after that, this is the first step. The second step would be to multiply this with the divisor. So that's the second step. So 1 times -4 is -4, and you would write the answer here. That's the third step. So the answer is -4. So the product of 1 and -4 should be written here. So that's the process we go over and over. Okay. So now the next step would be to add -1 and -4, it's -5. Multiply -5 with -4, which is a +20, and write it here. Now add again. -27 plus 20 is a -7. Now multiply -7 with -4. Okay, I didn't mean to draw that circle. -7 times -4 is a +28, right? And now when you add, it will become a 0. So 0 will become the remainder. Okay, here. So now let's see. We started out with the cubic polynomial. It's a 3rd degree polynomial. So since we are dividing with a linear divisor, the answer would be 1 step down, meaning you'll get a quadratic as your quotient, right? If you're dividing a cubic with a quadratic, then you would get a linear, right? So, but right now we're dividing with linear. So 1 step down, your coefficients here, these are the coefficients for the quadratic that you are now constructing. So this is the coefficient of x squared term. I would write 1x squared, but I don't have to. Next is the -5x, and then the constant -7. That's it. That's the answer. So p of x divided by x plus 4, p of x is the polynomial, p for the polynomial, so that's the one here. So p of x divided by x plus 4 is x squared minus 5x minus 7, and that's the answer. Okay, So let's do more, we'll see. So here we have 3x cubed minus 22x squared plus 37x minus 10. You're dividing by x minus 2. So first step, equate it to 0. Oh, by the way, we have to make sure it's in standard form and there are no missing terms, and that's the case here. So here x is 2. So start out with the divisor. Now line up all the coefficients of the dividend, the polynomial, right? And immediately write a 0 underneath here in the second row. Now add from here to here. So 3 plus 0 is 3. 3 times 2 is a 6. Negative 22 plus 6 is negative 16. Negative 16 times 2 is a negative 32, right? And 32 minus 32 is a 0. So 0 times 2, my bad, I was thinking this negative 37 to be a 32. So actually this is not 0. Let me correct my mistake. This is a positive 5, right? So 5 times 2 is a positive 10. So negative 10 plus 10 is a 0. So that's the remainder. So how would you write the answer? 3 is the coefficient for x squared because we are starting out with a cubic in the polynomial. So this will be 3x squared minus 16x plus 5. Okay. So I hope you got the concept right. Okay. So there will be cases where you will have, okay, there are non-zero remainders also. So I will pause the video and work one, and you can check the answer in the end. Okay, so let's do that. I hope you got this, right? So how do we write it? So this time it will be p of x divided by x plus 5 equals x squared minus 4x minus 2. Now since the remainder is 9, it's 9 over x plus 5, and that's how you write the answer. Okay, so that's the deal. So what if we have missing powers? Okay, let's look at that quickly. You can take either one. Let's take the 17th. If you see here, x to the 4, first of all, the divisor here, it'll be 9. And you're starting with the 4th degree. So 1 for the coefficient. And then there is a missing, no, 9x squared is fine. 9x cubed, my bad. Negative 9. And there is an x squared and an x term missing. So there will be 2 zeros for that. And then negative 1. Okay, so you put a 0 under. So 1 plus 0 is 1. 1 times 9 is 9. And when you add, this will be a 0. 0 times 9 is a 0. Add the zeros. Be patient. Another 0. Another 0. And yet another 0. So negative 1 will be the remainder. Pretty much you're just left with x cubed term here. And that's okay. You didn't do any mistake. You're fine. So p of x divided by x minus 9 is 1 x cubed, which is just x cubed. And all other terms are 0, so you don't have to write them at all. You directly go to the remainder, 1, meaning negative 1, over the divisor, x minus 9. And that's the answer for this. Isn't it amazing? Okay, so this is a good example of synthetic division with missing terms. Okay, so I want to draw your attention to yet another kind of problem, which is really interesting. I chose this one just so that there will be some coefficient for the divisor here. So what would you do? So we have 3x minus 1 as a divisor, right? So here I have done the long division method just so we can compare our answers in the end. Alright, so this is a long division method. I'm now going to do the synthetic division method for this. So here the first step is to equate the divisor to 0 and hence find x, which is 1/3 here. It's okay, no problem, they're fractions. It should not be a big deal. And now I'm going to line up the coefficients. 3, -4, -17, and 6. And I start with the 0 in the second row. Right? So what happens here is 3 plus 0 is 3, and 3 times 1/3 is a 1. So I'm going to put 1 here, right? -4 plus 1 is -3, right? -3 times 1/3 is again a -1, right? So write -1 here. And when you add these, you'll get a -18, isn't it? So -18 times 1/3 is a -6, and hence you'll get the remainder 0. And if you have to actually build the answer right now, it'll be 3x squared minus 3x minus 18. That is the quotient I got from synthetic division, but the quotient from here is a different one. How so? Just pause the video and see it. You'll see that the coefficients here in the synthetic division of the coefficients of the quotient of the synthetic division method, they are 3 times the ones here that we got in the long division. So long division is an authentic division where it actually takes care of those numbers. See, 3 is the quotient of the divisor here. But what we are doing here in the synthetic is we are solving for x and we're actually dividing by a third. So our answers have been tripled. So after doing the synthetic division method, if you have a coefficient other than 1 in the divisor, you have to divide your quotient by that number. So, right? So you have to divide each of these coefficients that you got in the answer by the 3, which is the coefficient of the divisor in the x term, coefficient of x in the divisor. Okay, that's one extra step you have to do. So the answer is really not 3x squared minus 18, actually 3x squared, whatever that was. The quotient is actually, let me write this nicely. The quotient is p of x divided by 3x minus 1 is x squared, because this will be 1, this will be -1, and this will be -6, isn't it? So x squared minus x minus 6. Now it is the same as what we got in the long division. You see that? So that's the only care you have to take. And other than that, synthetic division is a really useful method in many ways. Okay? Especially in the remainder theorem and factor theorem that we will learn in near future. Thank you so much for staying with me thus far. I'll see you guys in another video. See you.